get this duel started!
Duelists, countdown initiated. Ready, set, duel.
All right. Good morning, guys. Good evening, good night, wherever you are. Okay. Good morning. So, they revealed the last overframe, which was interesting to say the least, right? All right, let me greet you guys real quick. Get started. What up, Farouk? What up, Jesse? Little White Springs. What up, Alex? What up, Legendary? 10:30. Haha. Good evening. The name? Oh, it's because so 037 is my name upside down, right? It's Leo, right? And Wolf, I like wolves, right? And backward, that's flow. So I like things to go smoothly. I like things to just go. You know, I like understanding things, so everything just fall into place. Smoothly, yeah. Yeah, and then of course. Pretty much it. Because I moved from California to Australia, and Australia is known as like the land down under, right? So it's like reverse, upside down type of thing, and that's kind of the whole thing behind it, right? Yeah. Bro, I applied your deck series to my copy insect. What insect deck are you talking about? Insect deck, insect combo deck, and it carried me to high diamond. That shit works like crazy. Let's go, buddy. Nice. Yeah, it's applicable, right? It's applicable. That's a cool thing. What up, Mike? Beat troopers. Oh, hilarious. Have you seen the turn 0 stream with that new trap? Yeah. So the new trap is pretty cool in the sense that initially everyone was like, "Oh no, this card's bad." No. But it's good because the fact that we have a turn 0 play now, right? And so for example, let's see. It's like and what I've been seeing is people using this guy, right? People have been using this guy. So with the theory, right? You activated the trap. Oh, let me just, I don't have it here. Okay, so the theory is you make speeder on their turn, right? Summon out this guy, and then this guy can synchro summon on their turn. The only issue is that this can only be used during the main phase. So let's say you make speeder in draw phase or standby phase, or you have to do it. You have to wait till main phase, right? That's the only issue. But otherwise it's like, oh, okay. But you have double attempt at Synchro Summoning, I guess, right? Because you don't have to go for speeder. Right? Like you don't have to, but that just generates you so much advantage. And something else you can do as well is what I have not seen anyone do as well. They always go for Meister, but what you can do is you can search armor, and then armor can summon itself because you added it off jet, and then maybe you can use that non-tuner as a form of, I don't know, maybe you can make a Trishula or something. I don't know, right? It's gonna make a fun way to. No, you can't do it because yep, you would need. What can you do? No, you can't do it, but it's something you can do, right? You can summon it. Yeah, or you can make a Nat Beast, which is pretty funny, right? Because you'll just summon out this guy or this in scrap. I mean, you go this and this into Nat Beast, which is pretty funny. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's an interesting card for sure, because it's not strictly. Well, it depends. If you're like, if you're using that trap card for any like deck, then you're gonna have to play a Synchron, right? So for non-Synchron variants or not non-Synchron decks that utilize that card, I guess you can play Assault, you can play Stardust, and you don't have to play the Rev. So let's say you want to make Nat Beast, right? Then you can play the Rev, I guess. No. But I just like the fact that you can quick Synchro, right? Do it on your opponent's turn or just do it on your turn, which is cool because you can start with that, right? Because you can only use it from your hand if you control a monster for your opponent does. So if you top deck into it, it's still alive, right? It's not like, oh damn, I didn't open it, I can't use it. No, it's good. You can. It's a good top deck, right? So you can just lead with that, and then continue with your extension, right? You have this, and then follow it up with this, right? So I don't know, I think it's cool. So, but it'll depend on what it is that you're trying to make, right? That's the whole thing. But what everyone seems to be doing is just the steam, right? When they go for the steam, it's a brick. Unfortunately, right? It is a brick. Whether you want to facilitate a card by implementing a brick, that's where that's where you just separate like perspectives and preferences. Because like like if you don't play the brick, then you're just gonna want to go for a Black Rose, I guess. Just summon this and a jet. I mean a junk for this, right? So it'll vary. People will try crazy things, you know. But the issue with Synchron is that you already playing bricks, like playing the jet, the scrap, the chick, the rev, the junk themselves. Like if they don't open up Meister, those are considered bricks, right? So are you really trying to compound the inconsistencies? Like, so it's like so, and once you start viewing it from a competitive standpoint, you'll see that you'll need to minimize on those bricks, right? Because engine requirements are not ideal, because that means you need something to make something work, right? And it on its own is not gonna do anything, and you're trying to avoid that. But for in regards to Synchron, you kind of need these, right? Unfortunately, like you need the jet. Well, yeah, because it just gives you access to. It just makes you more. It makes you more resilient in the sense that you can search a non-tuner. You need a scrap because it just allows you to have pivot options. The rev, you don't necessarily need the rev, but it's just something that you can do, summon off of the fellowship to keep a junk in the deck, right? For like, because the deck's not meant to grind, right? It's not meant to grind. The point is to be as consistent as possible and as resilient as possible to ensure that once you get the speeder, you almost guaranteed to win. So you're not really counting on attrition style of gameplay. You want to just make sure that, okay, my deck is so consistent, it's so resilient that when speeder resolves, or once I get to speeder, they've depleted their hand enough to where double hand rip and double omni is enough, right? So you're not really hoping to, okay, in case, but it's just for the off chance that you do get stopped, you have a junk in the deck and cards like Fellowship are still alive, right? Why are you not using the level 12 for this? Different. You don't need a level 12. Yo, what up already? What up, Sander? It's the 2-card. Yeah, it's a 2-card play. Yeah, it's a 2-card combo. Yeah. Oh, I just all the non-engine. It's at 2. Like if you look at it, like that's at 2. That's at 2. This is at 2. That's at 2. This is kind of categorized as 2, right? Same thing. 2. You want to open this, so it's different, right? Opposed to everything else. Like you want to have this as a form of extension. You want to open this. You want to lead with this to make this more impactful, right? Because if you're solely relying on this, the pivot option for this guy, it means that you have to open up Meister. So you want to be able to lead with this, follow it up with this, and then finally extend with this, right? And then follow along with these guys as well. These are essentially the same thing, right? Stop you here, you go for scrap, so on and so forth. And then yeah, it's just to like give the deck a bit of variance. Let's go already, bro. Thank you, buddy. 36 months. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, you got the helmet.
You can use Synchro Emergency twice.
You can use Synchro Emergency twice. What do you mean? Isn't that once per turn? I'm pretty sure it's once per turn. I'm pretty sure Synchro Emergency is once per turn. I'm pretty certain. Right? Who's that? What up, Daniel? Is that you, Daniel? Is that just Daniel? Yeah, what up, Daniel? Josh thought the new trap was unique and fun, which was a surprise to be honest. Oh, I'm assuming you think you're referring to Joshua Schmidt, right? So okay, so some of his takes are a bit like questionable, but I've noticed that whenever he's trying to make a point, it's like he's almost there. So I'm not sure if he's having an issue articulating it, but I'm sure he understands it. But sometimes where he tries to articulate it, right, which means basically explaining his point so it can make sense. Because I'll be like, oh, I don't know, maybe just me. The chap seems mid because you need a monster in hand. Well, yeah, of course, but you just have to view it in all. Like it's like kind of like a compromise, right? Like you kind of have to think of it not as you would a starter, right? So you wouldn't have because what it can do, right, has to be what? Because traps are inherently meant to be stronger than anything, right? Because you have to wait a turn, right? So it being a trap, but it being modernized as a hand trap, kind of has to be pulled back a bit, because otherwise it'd be busted, right? So it needs to be balanced. Like, can you imagine if it said, just if your opponent controls a monster, just activate it, summon both materials from deck? Like that'd be crazy. That'd be too busted. Like if it said, summon a monster and a Synchron. Can you imagine? Fuck it, yeah, that'd be crazy, bro. So it has to be balanced in some way, which makes it to where it has to be, the consistency can't be outright absurd, right? Because it requires you to have a particular level. Otherwise, you can't do whatever it is that you're trying to do, unless you oversaturate your deck with that particular level, so you'll always have that, right? But with Synchron, the levels vary because we're, you know, like, well, obviously we'll have twos. That's not an issue. We'll have Perulias are in there, so already you have fours, right, on top of the Meister, because everything else is basically tuners. Like all the hand crafter tuners, basically. Basic tuner. You have a 1 here, so it's like very. What up, Demise? What up, Argent? But yeah, what up, Martin? Personally, I think that card is pretty hand drop. Automatically, no matter what in Synchron. I mean, yeah, there's issues, but you can say that about anything. Yeah, for sure. Steam is also good versus Maxi and what? Oh yeah. So assuming you get food and then you can just pass, right? And just go for an SD line, right? I'm assuming that's what you're referring to. You can definitely go for a lot of things. I mean, seriously, you can go. Yeah, that's the other one I was forgetting. Silvera, the wolf, right? So you can yeah, you can go for that. But I think everyone's gonna just want to go for the Steam line because it just gives you like a supernova. You know, it's like, what's one more brick? I guess you would replace the red for that, right? You would just replace the red for that because I think that might be the general consensus. I think once that trap comes out and we actually get to play with it, I think there's some, like, even though it's a brick, right? You'll be like, okay, I have to facilitate this trap because it's that good, right? Because it's an obscure interaction. Because double board wipe is really oppressive, especially because it'll be unaffected, so you can really hold on to that effect, right? The issue is, yeah, like an unaffected supernova is very oppressive because they what are they gonna do? Pass on a mediocre board? They can't pass because that supernova is huge. You know, it's against 500 for every tuner, right? And then on top of that, you'll have follow up through the jet search. So yeah, and then you just board wipe, and then comes back because of assault synchron. So it's like, what do you do, right? It's really oppressive. I'm a fan of citing Steam and the trap for Black Rose Dragon Turn 0. I mean, you could side into it. I think I would just main deck it. It's a form of interaction, right? Yeah, just think of it like an imperm in a way, except it's not really an imperm, right? So it's just think of it just a hand trap. It's just a hand trap that requires you to have another monster. Think of it like Gamma, I guess, except you have to draw the driver, which might seem bad, but yeah, I think it's still fine. What up, MCF, bro? Lots of guys already crying about speeder ban. Let us enjoy it. Yeah, dude. What up, Ultra? Okay, so that goes beyond this game. Everyone was just is easy to complain. That's just everyone's nature, right? So they're gonna complain about anything and everything because it'll go like this. This portion will be content, the opposing portion will not, and then they'll be switching over. They'll be content and these will not. It's always gonna be the case. Even if it's one, it's still gonna be like that. Saving the trap. Yeah. I mentioned that even though it's brick, you can play someone in and just Wheel. Oh, I don't know about wheel. I don't know. I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna stop reading that message right there. You just mentioned the wheel. After the trap, it ain't worth it. Doing. Yeah, but that's the pay. Like you'll be playing it in regards to the payoff, right? And the payoff is the obscurity of when you can use it, right? And the dynamics of it being used. Like let's say they wasted imprim on it, right? Let's say they wasted imprim on it. An impulse on it, an ash on it, right? Because you can ash it. That means that you don't have to worry about ash for the following turn, right? So I know, because I there will be times where you have the trap and you won't have anything to pair with it, and that's where the issue is going to be. It's kind of like converter. Remember with converter, like we wouldn't have a hand trap to pair with it. It's like, oh damn, what the hell to do with this? You know, it's gonna be like one of those situations. The trap works pretty well with the new drillers. I'm gonna get out in level 10 or higher. Yeah, where you just cut and read through the yeah, that's another thing you can do as well, like facilitate that trap and ensure that you have the levels, I guess have the same the prevalent amount to make that card live, right? You what up, pumpkin? What up, clever? Josh is by the Synchron. Yeah. Okay. So, because like I can't remember. I think I saw his video regarding those type of decks. Because it's different types of deck, right? There's the Christian style, there's back row decks, stun decks, combo decks, right? And it's like this game itself, Yu-Gi-Oh itself. It's very weird in that sense, because like I gotta word this properly, otherwise it'll be misunderstood. Like it gives you this false pretense in regards to how you approach it, right? Because on one side, oh, you have to abide by meta, right? Because they're the most superior cards, so they're going to be far better just based off mechanics. They're going to be better than everything else prior to the prior sets, right? So you can abide by that and solely just focus on that and disregard innovation, which is what I basically started playing the game, right? It'll give you that unique personalized experience where you can construct your deck out of mission mashing cards like that. That's the type of Yu-Gi-Oh that got me into this, right? That's the whole reason, because I felt like that was cool. It made you unique, it was very personalized. So that's what garnered my attention, right? Because initially it was like, okay, everyone has the same staples, there were prevalent cards, but for the most part you have the option to not go too astray, but enough to where it can be obscure and you're able to capitalize, right? And that was fun to me, right? That was fun for me, because that means that you can out clever someone, and when you can out clever someone, that's so fulfilling, because you know you've invested, or you express your skill sets, right? Whether it be because they were oblivious to something that you were completely aware of, right? Or vice versa, or you anticipated their obscure attempt at them out clevering you, but you kind of decipher their turn and kind of get a general idea, and then you end up matching that resource, because that's kind of what Yu-Gi-Oh is, right? You both start up with 5 cards, right? And just to oversimplify it, right, to make it as reductive as possible, is that extender. So you have like a, okay, so yeah, you have extender, right? Extender and counter, extender and counter. But somewhere along the way, you can present an obscurity, right? And then that's where clever gameplay can be expressed, right? So let's say, for example, let's say you have an extender that's generally meant to be utilized as a second or third card, right? But you lead with it, so then it makes you think like, oh damn, that means his hand must be weak, so I'm gonna interact with it, right? And then you're kind of not, just kidding, and you have your actual primary starter, you know? It's like, oh, what the hell? It's crazy. And it's just a sort of example, not just to like the most simplest way to trying to depict what I'm trying to say here, and that's exciting, right? Because when you know every single thing, the game becomes very stale. It'll be competitive, but it becomes very stale and it becomes very boring, right? Which is why you have people getting sick of formats. Because if a format was good, then you would have this dynamic of obscurities. But there's a fine line, because sometimes things can be too convoluted, and that can be bad for business. Because what you want for the game is simplicity, efficiency, and easy to grasp, right? That's basically what you want to get newer players into the game. Because if something is too complex, you're not gonna be, the learning curve will just be too overwhelming, right? You just wouldn't want to play it because it's too complex. So what you want is a simple deck that can get, or can achieve whatever it is trying to do, efficiently, and with as little to no complexities, right? That's to basically just garner your attention, just to get you into the game. It's a gateway, basically, right? Which is why you see people that are not really that great playing the best deck and doing better than someone that, you know what I mean, that's trying to play like a rogue deck because they've been playing the game long enough to branch off and try to innovate a deck into a pleasant experience for themselves, right? And then you're like, oh well, damn, someone new just picked up the deck and it just feels like it's not using any brain cells. It just plays itself, right? But that's kind of the point, right? That's why every now and then you have decks that come along like Tenpai. That's the most simplest deck, right? Of course, there's niche things you can do, of course, but for the most part, it's pretty self-explanatory. So it can be easy to pick up, but the goal is achieved because you already have the newer player, right? That's why whenever you hear people trying to get their friends into it, like, oh, what is the easiest deck that I can teach my friend to play? They'll either give you like a trap deck or they'll give you like a very simplistic deck, because that's just to get them get their foot into the door, right? And then once they become invested, they buy products, they buy their deck, and now they're committed now, right? But then they end up getting bored, right? Because it's a repetitive thing. They want more complexities. They want to be able to innovate, personalize. That's inevitable, right? Unless you don't really care, then it's fine. Whatever, you just end up quitting it. Fine. But for the most part, for people that are very, like, I guess, ambitious in regards to being creative, that eventually hits you where you're like, oh, this is boring. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, oh, I want something more. And then that's when you start getting into more combo-oriented decks, right? So it's like a progression of what it is you're trying to do, right? Because everyone doesn't want to set 5 or set 2 or pass, or someone doesn't really want to go, okay, summon, counter, extend, counter, hand, okay, hand trap, okay, fine, go. Like, generally speaking, that's how the game is meant to be going. Attempt, they go counter, and then you follow it with the same thing. They have their counter, but if they have no hand traps, they're kind of cooked. But that's kind of the whole dynamic of how a healthy gameplay should be, right? Just being able to get to a point where you can express skill, right? Because who likes to play when you don't get to play? Like, you just open up the hand traps and you just lose. Like, oh shit, they open up Cupsy. I have an Ash, which is pretty much useless. Like, no, it seems like you lost without even getting to play, right? And that's annoying. That's obnoxious, and that is unpleasant. right? So the whole point is to just get that interaction going. But that's the thing, and that's what makes the game so weird. You know what I mean? Because you need to have both, and it's hard to get it right in a game full of variants, right? So it's like, what do you do? What do you do? Everyone's gonna have their perspective of why things should be this way, right? And if you play meta and that's all you play, your perspective will be vastly different because you're viewing things from a perspective of efficiency and not necessarily innovation. Because they're basically giving the newest set is basically pre-building your deck, right? Because obviously the newer cards are gonna be far superior, but it doesn't take that much to tweak them to refine it. You know, like it's gonna be far superior because it's just newer card, right? Like why would you buy the new set if the older cards are just as good, right? That's why there's balance to ensure it's a selling point. Okay, I'm gonna lower the power level of the current best deck because I'm gonna get new cards that need to sell, right? And then those are gonna be the reason why you change deck, right? But there'll be some that, oh no, I'm still gonna bet tier limit because they were the best deck, and then you're like, oh, eventually, inevitably, it's gonna happen where okay, power creep, right? To a point where you're gonna be required to think outside the box, right? And not a lot of people have time for that. But then you just give in and buy the new product, right? But the innovation portion is where you get these combo decks, right? That's where you kind of have to be creative and get fulfillment off of being innovative and personalized, right? Which is where you don't have the efficiency to have this grind attrition style of gameplay. So you have to make sure that the deck at the very least is as consistent or more consistent than the best deck, right? Which is why you call these decks like glass cannon, right? Because you have to exploit that aspect of deck building because you're not gonna be as efficient as the best deck, right? The better cards are far more efficient. They are mid-rangey, they are explosive, right? They are consistent, but you have to make yours at the very least more consistent than they are, right? And I think that's what he's referring to, because this is also basically to sum up the reason why I guess Josh would be saying he doesn't like that type of deck, right? But I think you have to understand everything to really see, okay, well, why though, right? Why? You know? Hopefully it makes sense. That made sense to me. But I need one engine for some red. Yeah. What up, oranges? The trap. You probably have to run Tengu. Yeah, Tengu, bro. Can you just get Tengu? Bro, what the hell? That's crazy. Or run more Charmings, yeah. Should we consider playing through Genesis or games 2 and 3 to research Team Emergency? The thing with Genesis though, Blues Genesis is like, oh no. I tried it. I tried playing Blues Genesis, but it's gonna be the same thing. You need to set it up, or you need a tuner engrave. You need to hand trap them, or on field. It makes it really weird because you have to facilitate it, and it's like can be a bit inconsistent. And to play wheel. Yoda Winter Chill. You can set up 2 draws into an effective stat warrior and OG Majestic with communicate. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of options for sure. I think what would be our main concern would be what level. Well, because like like you have to pair with something, so you have to increase that particular level so you can see it more often, right? How do you feel about the take going second? It should open with 6 cards instead of drawing the 6 cards. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. I mean, that has been suggested, right? That has been suggested, and it is a concept that you could pursue because you can build a deck to do just that, right? So I guess it depends on the format and how, you know, because it really depends on the format. Then that means you would have either board breakers or just oversaturate your deck with hand traps, right? Because we could do that. We can easily do that. Just like just replace all these other cards, just put a bunch of hand traps. But it's just master duel. It's just you want to be able to just have enough variance to pivot, right? That's what variance means, options, right? Yo, what about alt there is? I had a weird interaction playing Dice Rally yesterday. Summoned Speeder with Young. You know, I summoned Speeder with Young Synchro in hand. My opponent activated Chef's special recipe to negate it, but I was able to activate. No. Did you chain block? Because remember, this has to be directly. They had to chain to the synchro itself. Because I made that mistake a few times where I go chain 1. Chain 2 Jet or chain 1 chain 2 Chick, and then they interact with me. You can't signal because they're responding. They're chaining to the Chick's effect and they're getting the speeder, right? So that maybe that's what it is. Maybe. What up, Sad? What's Sad? GHF4? I don't know. Hey man, I'm a new synchro player. I'm watching your streams and subscribe for your help. Awesome. Thank you. Glad to have you here, buddy. I kind of feel like talking about the level is a non-argument. I don't know. We already played 2 signals. If you think about it, it's very similar. I think. Oh, you mean okay? You're saying that we're already okay. So I know what you're saying. So you're saying that we already require to have combo to facilitate this card, otherwise this card is not really great. But the difference is that this is an extender as well. So like we can just summon anything. We can summon any monster. Well, I mean, this was not as specific. It doesn't require a particular level, but any monster with this, it gives us combo, right? Because you just tribute it and summon full speed, and then go for, you know. So this was a little bit more consistent in that sense. Opposed to this being the trap. The trap needs to be able to pair with a particular level, so that's where it's different. I can't summon Assault Sonic. It can't summon Assault Sonic, yeah. Yo, what up, what's up, L? What up, Alikara? Oh, 37. Alikara stream, let's go. Welcome, buddy. What up, Smiles Club? Would be cool. Would be a cool single support that could help make an easier way. I'm assuming those are typos. Way much like Quasar. Quasar's outdated. That's the only issue. And Blazar's cool because it can dodge, and no matter what, it'll always come back. Like if the Dark Ruler or Blazer, it'll come back. Which is what I like. Because you just need to be able to use its effect. What is the full speed war line after you summon TG and Majestic? Level 11 Synchro, and then you get Junkmeister. How do you extend? Wait, what? If you got to that point, you did a full combo. What do you mean? I'm not sure I understand the question. Yeah, people will think that the Nova is cool. What I like about it is it gives you something close to half board. Hand trap. Yeah, it'll give the deck a bit of attrition where you can grind it out with your supernova, right? Even though it's like very fragile, because they can somehow like impermanent or something, and then deal with it. That's or droplet it, right? Because it's not cost to banish it, right? So that can be a bit of an issue. I think my biggest thing is that it gives itself. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, options are always great. Options are always great because then you can fulfill them in a. I don't know. With the new trap, do you think would be better to play 2 speeders in the extra deck? The only time we've played double speeder was when Kashiro was the best deck. Apart from that, I'm not sure if we would actually need to play double speed because like the extra deck is just so tight, right? It's so tight. So to make room for it, I mean, I guess the Herald is no longer there in the TCG, right? So maybe that. I don't know. I don't think so. I guess it depends on how we structure the deck, right? Make it so where, and because then like I assume you're referring to like in case it stops speeder. But if you're summoning speeder with the trap, you can find a way to make Omega, and Omega can recycle it and then try to do it that way. But like you can't resolve 2 speeder because most of the time you're not gonna be summoning much. Like once you resolve 1 speeder, what are you summoning off the second one? You know, so it's like the best thing is if you run it like that, you have to run speeders. I forgot converted was 1 tuner. Tuner hand traps aren't anymore. The ones that are, you kind of want in hand. Yeah, exactly. I think that's the best example, especially for just Gamma, but gives you more options and you can use it in your turn. Yeah. Yo, up Zero. Morning, buddy. This is why the Blue Eyes deck was really good. It was a low combo deck that produced really strong inboard interactions. Yeah, exactly. Because the moment you can pivot, like they said, they imperm ash you, right? They're not destroying your resource, and you can convert that into like a link or a seals type of thing. So it's like, oh, so they've depleted their hand, but you managed to get a form of interaction. So now it's a matter of, okay, do they have the extension post depletion, right? Synchron is perfect for new players. Yeah. What up, Kiki? Can you tell me what number do you want to run start? 1, because it's not a starter. It's a card that you want to extend with, right? And everything else, for example, like let's say this is a starter. This can be preference, right? Because I've seen some people play 1 of this card because all you need is 1 for that, and they're just trying to make room for. They just want to make. They want to maintain the 40 card threshold, so that's why they're cutting things like this, right? They'll go reduce this because you only need 1 that's searchable. Oh, it's so searchable, so I don't need to play it, right? Opposed to the different perspective that I'm using, where I want to open this, so I can have this as an extender, and this as an extender. Because the moment you reduce the ratio of this, obviously it's obvious, right? You're not gonna see it as often. But that means you're gonna be relying on this being a starter, or this being a starter, or sometimes some people don't even play this, right? So then you're solely relying on opening up this as a starter, right? So that means that you'll have room for non-engine. So the whole point is like, okay, hopefully I open up this, preferably, because it doesn't use my normal summon, and then I can summon this, right? And then get fellows that way. But I think that you're taking away a bit of deck's consistency alongside resilience, because this can be an imperm ash, right? This can be an imperm ash, right? And then finally extend. Like they need a 3rd hand trap, right? And having that consistently is kind of what you want to be doing, right? So that would be the same thing for the junk star, right? It doesn't start your combo, it helps you extend. So let's say you have access to this guy, you go special, add special, they ask you here, okay, then you go start junk, special, and that's speeder, right? But it itself doesn't really do anything, right? So that can be that's where the issue is. Unless Max sees in the format, then that'd be a different story. Higher floor on decks are great, but not when it's too linear. I always thought that higher floor, I thought that was like yeah. I can't remember. I think Nick said it. I was like, what the hell is that? And I'm pretty sure Trip said it as well. I was like, what do you mean high floor? I mean, you have steps? Like I'm trying to like imagine with that one, you know, like high ceiling. You know what high ceiling is, right? High ceiling is like high, but high floor is like, you know, it's just an elevated floor. I don't know. I just find it comedic. I don't know. It feels so fun playing a deck that no one else plays and winning because of no one knowing what you're doing. Exactly, because you know that you have something over them, right? Because that's something that's unexplored. So when you do reveal it and you counter them, it feels like, you know, it just feels nice. It feels rewarding. I don't love modern Yu-Gi-Oh because a lot of games are non-good. Yeah, right. Like you want to have the chance to play, and when you open up on hand traps, and your deck isn't strong enough, it's not resilient enough. You're like, I didn't really lose. I just lost to the, like they didn't really beat you. You just couldn't play, you know? Where it's meant to be that way, where somebody resource for resource, inevitably one of you will eventually win. That means you both had a chance to play, right? Where there was a point in which one of you could have made a mistake, and then that could have been a bit more understandable, because you knew that I made a mistake, so you know it's your fault, right? Unless you're a psychopath or a narcissist and you don't think it's your fault, then you're just cooked either way, because no matter what happens, you're gonna be unsatisfied, right? But yeah, generally speaking, if you make a mistake and you lose because of it, at least you understand it. It'll take you time to process it. You'll beat yourself up because you knew the mistake you made was your fault. You're like, oh, what did I do that? What I did? But eventually you process it and you'll come to terms that, okay, yeah, it's my fault. I lost. Move on. Opposed to like you not even getting to play. Like you can't process that. You're just bitter because you didn't get to play at all, and then that's obnoxious. Because like losing to someone that's not as good as you is the worst. It's like the worst, bro. It's the worst. In the past, both players could play even if one lost. Yeah, exactly. Yo, what up, Christopher? Why heavy slump? All right, chat. Do your thing, bro. Why don't we play heavy slump? Oh my god, this card's so cool. It's because of the Charpion of XE, bro. Will you play the trap? Yeah, thank you, Zero. Yeah, we'll play the trap for sure, just to see how it goes, right? What up already? Synchron sucks in Genesis. I can understand limiting speeder, but Synchron tuners are as well. Yeah, Synchron in Genesis is not that great because speeder is like 100, right? It's like, what can you do? Okay, so like from XC, what? I'm pretty sure it was just speeder in the chain. Oh, then I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that was then. Maybe, yeah. Unless you couldn't respond to it, maybe. I'm not sure what card you're talking about though. Probably people will get confused because of Zarn in that regard, which is more flexible. Yeah, probably. What up, Mitchell? I just like how there are multiple build paths, how that still resolve around pure Synchron, whereas before variants like Bestial Synchron, where you just control and start this in between. Yeah, it's a different approach. The Stardust Bestial deck is a bit more grindy, right? Because you didn't need to resolve speeder, because sometimes you didn't even play speeder. But the deck was consistent enough to where you had like a Bestial control type of dynamic, right? And then try to capitalize with the Riving Lights, and then go Majestic, and then overwhelm them that way, right? Yeah. I mean, it wasn't as consistent in the sense that you needed to do something in particular. It was just like, okay, do you have the Bestial to pair with the Synchron? Or did you open up the tuning to pair to go for the climb? You know? Or you just Bestial control, right? What up, Maniac? Speaking of variants, it took me a while to move away from Adventure Synchron, but I'm starting to really like this version. Yeah, because before, the reason we play a supplementary engine is to do exactly that. Supplement for the deck's weakness, right? But now we have a starter, extender, right? Alongside this card. Like this card is just insane. You know, so you can push through. Yo, what up, IKEA? I replace Herald with Majestic Star Dragon and go into it with Crimson Dragon and on their turn. Oh, okay. So you just make 10. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. Yoda Fallen. Synchro Mercy turn 0. Speeder into unaffected Supernova. Yeah. Yo, what up, Roman? Oh, is it Romano? You can use Harukat. Yeah. Do you use hyper geometric calculator to decide your start account? No, I take a more intuitive approach. Right, like if something feels right, like obviously like you don't want to like overdo it, but it's just look at it. I'm think of it. I'm winging it. You know, I'm like it's more of an intuitive approach where not everyone can come to that conclusion, and they won't view it in the same way because they need a particular metric for it to make sense. Whereas me, it's like an intuitive approach where like, okay, this seems fine. And that's through constant grinding, right? Of course, if I see something too often, then I'll be like, okay, this is a bit more than I need, right? So then I'll either reduce that particular type of card, right? Or increase that type of card. It's an intuitive approach, right? But yeah, that's just something I've been doing for like ever. That's why some of the things can be a bit unconventional. People will be like, what? Yeah, because when they refer to it from a metric, I guess calculation, it doesn't make sense, right? Until you actually implement it in like, because theory can only get you so far, right? You have an idea of what something might do, right? Until you have the data and the niche and those obscurities just present themselves out of nowhere, be like, oh, okay, that's why it's there, right? And then you make sense of it, right? But yeah, that's basically what the deck is, you know? That's basically what's my thing just died. Hang on. Oh, it just died. Okay. Yeah, so it's more of an intuitive approach. It basically means like it just feels right. Feel like you can't really like put a metric on it. It just feels correct. It just feels right. What up, Ricardo? I think Synchron Elf Note is interesting, very improved. Yeah, Death Echo. He's been grinding that variant, bro. I'm yet to touch that variant, but I'll eventually get to it. But for now, because we just what the? Hang on. Hang on. Let me see why that's not working. Hang on. Hang on, I'm just charging my mouse. Yeah, I gotta get a reminder of where I left off because I can't remember what I was talking about. Guess I track. That's the thing sometimes where you have so many things on your mind, you kind of like lose track. Like once I get going, I can't be interrupted. Otherwise, I'll forget because it'll disrupt my train of thought. I'm like, oh shit, oh, well, and then I'll, you know. Is that connected? Yeah. Okay. Is there? Okay, there we go. That's better. That's much better. Sorry about that. I just had to. Yeah. Fuck! I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, let me see if I can forget. Oh yeah, the Elf Note thing. Yeah. We'll get to it eventually. So yesterday I got ashed on full speed, so I scrap and go on to protect made Herald. He got imperm, you made speeder, got imperm chain signal, and after that I got nibbed But I had Happy Curie to go. Let's go. Yeah, see, that's what you want to do. So it's like research for research, research for research, and then you can capitalize. That's what makes Yu-Gi-Oh fun, right? But when you don't have the extenders, like, oh fuck, okay, fine, fair enough. Yeah. Yo, what up, Edward? We're Happy Curie, bro. we'll get to it. We'll get to it. I'm just trying to play Pure right now. So since I was Charmed and Maxed, I continued comboing one for a deck out. Oh my god. What up, Deliver? Can you hide the Discord overlay? Can you hide the Discord? What do you mean? I don't have a Discord overlay. Bro, what will you do? What will you do with Discord? Wait, what? I'm confused. It's my specialty. Want to overtake? It's not necessary. You don't really need it. That would require a slot as well. It was great getting back into Master 5. Thanks to Junkie Team for that fizz. Oh my god, this guy. What up, Synchro Summon? What up, Tito? Bro gets Ash Ara. Do you think teleport is mandatory? With the new support, yeah, I think so. It just gives you the form of extension that it doesn't become redundant because you get okay. So what happens is you get Tire Reflector into Sonic Warrior, right? So the reason that's good is because it allows you to use that at the beginning or the middle, and it won't be redundant once you get to a particular point because you can pivot, right? Whereas having starters that cannot be extenders past a particular point, that's where you get like, because let's say, for example, right, let's say they stop this, you summon full speed and they could ash it, but they don't ash it, but they ash this, right? That means that starters is no longer an extender because this is how you would extend with this, right? And yeah, it's basically that, and the teleport wouldn't be the same because it gives you a form of extension past that choke point. So yeah, it would be pretty. I think it's staple. It is going to draw this up to draw even if it is also turn. Meaning it's great to draw multiples. Yeah, exactly. We're talking about your Discord icon on the screen. What Discord? Oh, I see what you're saying. The voice chat thing. The voice chat thing. Wait, so what was the question behind that? Why it's there? I'm finding the new Stardust Bistio too, bro. Oh yeah, man. Hell yeah, yeah. The Stardust Bistio. Yeah, especially with the new cards. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So basically, if you're a member, your icon will pop up there when you join the voice chat, right? So if you join the voice chat, you'll pop up there. You know, that's this work. Yo, what up, King Edward? There's two Edwards in the chat now. Oh, just up in the Royal Playwing. Too bad it's not the good one. I know. I have two Crystal Wings. I have two Crystal Wings. I was like, oh, two Royal Crystal Wings. Like, what am I gonna do with those? Okay. I have so much theory for it. It's gonna be insane. Yeah, you go wild, bro. You go wild when you come up with the theory. Cause I remember when me and Jin were coming up with the Stardust Bistio, it wasn't. Yeah, and then you took it further. We're like, what the hell? This is crazy. Like the theory behind it, I was like, I'm pretty cool. Okay, I caught up to your. Oh shit. What's your opinion on Bluebird, Assault Mode, Synchron list, and Death Echoes? I haven't really looked into the Elf Notes variant. but I'm sure it's decent, right? Because because when you're supplementing an engine for Synchron, it means that it's first and foremost it's required to be self-sufficient, meaning you don't need Synchron to function, but Synchron can elevate it, right? That's how you know a Synchron variant is good, where the supplementing engine is not reliant on Synchron, right? And that's what makes it good. And whatever the elf nodes can produce, it must be decent, otherwise it wouldn't be good, right? Would you run Rage Rose? Which one's it? NMD? It would depend whether it would depend its role, right? It would depend on its role. Hang on, bro. Yeah, just bear with me to find something. Okay. Yeah. So the Rage Rose will be highly dependent on what it's used for, right? Because it is a synchro climb, right? And if you need it, because normally you would send the Guardian Rose Maiden, because you don't have to play the main deck plants, but you can dump Guardian Rose Maiden and then use that to reborn one of your dragons, whether it be the SD, whether it be the Majestic, right? So I don't know. It depends. It really depends. Like I don't think it's essential. If that answers the question. I'm thinking call me crazy, but I think maybe XL Synchro is needed more after the next work. You mean you're talking about XL Synchron? Yeah, this is the staple because it gives you access to Stardust, right? Do you think that Junket Mail isn't cool in the deck? No. You're talking about this one, right? No way. A single monster that uses this card of the material can be destroyed by battle. If this card is in your graveyard, except return it to center. If it didn't have that line of text, except return to center, like what the hell? What even is that? All right, Zero, bro. You have a good night. Oh, good day. He said that this is meant to be pure variant. Yes, it's pure because you see that there's no really a supplementary engine apart from parts like non-engine. Like this is not this is just a tech choice, right? Or this is more pure, like it's just synchron card. Like it's not like adventure or any other non synchron card that doesn't really give you access to Synchron, right? Like adventure can get you access to this, the cash cards can't get you to this. Like that's what I mean when I refer to as a pure build. Yeah. Okay. We caught up the chat. Now let's just hop right in and then just get into the games because we need to finish this. The month kind of creeped up on me and it's kind of the season's almost over, so we want to finish it, right? We want to finish this. So let's get started.
Now with the power of Summon Speeder.
Here we go. I'm going second, bro. First game in and we already lost the dice roll. It's fine. Nice. This is pretty good. We have two interactions with Ash Imperm. Ash, oh fuck. Okay, let's see. I mean, sometimes this works, but most of the time it doesn't. So I think I just save it. I think I save it for my turn, right? Because what if he has prayers? Prayers dodge. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Should I stop this guy? Nah, I think we just wait. I think we just ash the ritual. Okay, that's Habikiri. Oh, I mean, I can just ash the Saji, right? I can ash the Saji. Doesn't get access to the spell. Because this could all be bait as well. I can just ash that. Because if he has access to the, let's just ash that.
Not a chance.
And if he has fucking Call by the Grave. Oh, he had prayers. Okay. Yeah, good thing I didn't imprint this thing. Okay, that's gonna give him. Yeah, I gave him the freaking ritual anyway, so it's fine. Fuck damn. What's that mate's bait? Base. I just realized that it's raining in my field. What the hell? That's all that happens? Just flickering? That's no fun. Bruh. What's this guy doing? Okay, there's Murakumo. And then he's gonna summon. Okay. Alright, then I can maybe it's just I can imprint this maybe? Fucking hell. Wait, aren't these that I mean, maybe there's a chance where we can steal his Murakumo when he tries to negate, right? Ah, fuck. Is this Ryzeal as well? I might have to keep this. I might have to keep this. Yeah, I might have to keep this actually. Yeah. I might have to keep this because there's no point of using it now. Like, oh shit. This Ryzeal. Only very nice. Can't discard this. What is it? What is it? That's fine. This should be fine, right? I don't interact with this. He already has. He already has everything working. Oh, yeah, I'll just save this. Still. Might have to just go imprint on my turn. What the fuck is that? Yo, what up? Who's that? What up, Pokey? Pokey? Huh. Yeah, because it. I mean, would it make sense to just not ash the Sanji? Like what? You know? I gotta possibly ash this, right? Maybe this. Okay, that'll give him that. I'm assuming this is like the pure Mitsu, right? Because it's all reptiles. I'm assuming. I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that it's pure, nothing else. Because if he pivots into Yummy, bro, we are dead. Yoda blazing. Nothing yet. It's just Mitsu doing Mitsu stuff. Like this imperm looks pretty pathetic. Not gonna lie. If this was like a, if this was a dark ruler, which we could potentially draw into, I think we'd be better off. Okay. Interesting. He locked his Mirakumo. The ad was. Did he not add the trap? Oh, this is where he adds the trap. Oh, that's gonna be obnoxious. Okay, so yeah, annoying. Okay, that's thinking of what? He already used prayers. Okay. I'm confused. The fuck? So he has. Oh shit. Okay, this is great. This is great. I feel like I have to do it here. Yeah, I have to make sure I get draws. I need to get draws here. What the fuck? Are you serious? Red reboot, bro. In case he has Max C? What the fuck, bro? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Fucking hell. Okay. How do I do this? What the fuck? Red reboot, bro. What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, let's see. I think, well, I have to do it this way, no? Okay, I have an idea. I think this might work. Let's hope it does. What the fuck, bro? That's the first time that's happened. That's never happened to me before. I mean, not like this. Like, that's kind of impulse before, but not like this. Like this. That's crazy. So I know he has prayers, right? He has prayers. His prayers, right? His prayers, tribute. Nah. Actually, nah, let's not waste. Fuck. He's just SP. Actually, that'd be good if you could. If he goes SP here, that'd be great. That means the prayers won't be. No, but he can just summon back anything he wants. He goes SP here. He'll take this. Maybe I should have just set another imperm, I guess. SP here. Or Dunamundo? Dunamundo, okay. Shuffle. Red reboot, bro. What the fuck was that about? What even was that? Shit, I forgot the timestamp for it. I'm assuming it was 107, I think. That was okay. Off to a rough start, but that's fine. fine. Off to a rough start. Rough start, bro. Rough start. Okay. Second game. Hopefully this is better. Hopefully this is better. Yeah, the man opened everything. And that will happen. That'll be that will happen, right? What do you do? Charmy. I can't even play either, bro. Okay, it's fine. Okay, we're interactive here, so we're fine here. We're fine here. That's fine. So we're gonna resort to old school Yugioh where we just go attrition style. Well, this is not. This is. I guess this is kind of an. Oh fuck! What the fuck is that? No way, bro. What the fuck? Okay, well, we are going to get rid of that Charmy just in case, and I'm gonna keep the imperm. What the fuck, bro? Oh my god. 1, 2. What the fuck even is that, bro? What is that? The true sun god? Well, let's throw this man here. Okay. Alright. Come on, starter! Starter! Yes! Let's go! Oh, fuck. Okay. No hand trap, please. No hand trap. Because if there's no hand trap, we win. Alright. Fuck. I feel like he has fucking, what does he have? I think he has droll as well. Fuck's sake. Well, I have to do it. Let's do it this way. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We got this. We got this. It's fine. It has to be. I have to discard a card, huh? Fuck. Okay, so I think it has to be. It has to be this. Damn, I need to get a second royal junk because I don't like discarding this guy. And dude, I had the slump as well. So if I had combo, bro, oh my god, dude, we would have been in, bro. I had a slump, but the slump is banished face down, bro. Okay, so this will give us this. And I mean, it's a glossy, so it's not, you know. Okay, buddy. The issue is that I cannot chain block. That's the issue here. I can't chain block, so if he interacts with this speeder, we are cooked. So is it this? Summon speeder, bro.
Now with the power of summon speeder.
Please don't stop this. Please don't stop this. Yes! Oh my god. Okay, so if he has nib, we're still fine because we have access to the trail. So we're good here. Right here. Alright, Mike. Okay, I think we have to go Herald into, no, I think it has to be I'm not sure what he's playing, so shit. Okay, what I have to claim with this. Then I go into
Stardust Charge Warrior! Stardust Charge Warrior's effect activates.
give me this. Oh, I have extension. There's no, that's SD here. There for whatever reason he does. Oh yes, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. I could just go battle phase, but I don't want like him to have like some sort of like battle phase effect and like it keeps him alive. So I'm gonna try. I'm trying to try to. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try. Oh fuck. That's fine, bro. That's fine. I didn't even want that anyway. So it's okay. I mean, I did want it, but fuck. Okay, don't ash this, please. Oh, Rev's right here. Forgot about that. If I can get into a freaking a droplet to potentially negate something in better phase, that'd be great. Oh, if I can get a tactics, that'd be great too. Taxes would be nice too. I can just rip whatever I think he might have, and then just go for game.
Synchro Summon! Come on in, Excel Synchron!
Okay, so luckily for us, he has something banished. So I don't have to go for Baron. I can just go for the Spatter. Oh. That's it? I don't mind that. Now I can negate something from sand. Increase. Okay, so typically I'd be concerned, but basically this reborn is our rumble. Right? That's our rumble. So let's do it, yeah. Let's go!
Let the spirit of all dual monsters now spread its wings and soar to new heights where it can be transformed.
Let's go, buddy.
Synchro Summon! The all-powerful Crimson Dragon!
Yeah, so right here, the Rumble would come into play here. But we have the Reborn, so it's fine. I can't draw, but it's mandatory, so it still has a trigger. Actually, that's fine. What does he have? Okay, we're fine here. I know what I'll do. I will. Oh, nice! I just have that. I think I'll use the effect of. Oh, actually, no. I could have done something different. Because that's here, right? Okay, yeah, I can do that. So we'll do this. We'll reborn our assault, right? Right. We'll just make an Omni here. We'll make a Herald here. Right. And then reborn a 3. Preferably an earth, in case a beastie or something. I don't know. You never know. And then this guy has multiple attacks, right? Multiple attacks. 3 attacks, SMSD. He has 12 cards, bro. 12 cards. Here we go. Here we go.
But guess what? There's more. Lots more. But better than I just showed you. Here goes.
Come on, SMSD. All right. So, matter of fact. Wait, what the fuck? Am I missing something? Am I missing something? What the fuck? Did I not read something? Pop the spell? Oh my god! What the fuck? I should have read. I should have fucking read. Oh my god! I would have gone Baron then. Fuck! I would have just gone Baron. Fucking hell. That's annoying. That's annoying, bro. I can't even set Slump. I can't even set Slump. Fuck! That's annoying. That is annoying. Oh my! I would have gone Baron, popped it. Fuck! I said I need to have this chat up here, bro. I need to have this chat up here so I can read the chat as I'm going. This is not it, bro. It's not it. What the fuck? Well, if we lose, we lose, bro. I'm gonna get fucking spear mode to watch. I'm gonna get fucking spearboated. Fucking hell. Bestial? That's fine. Oh shit, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Oh, I can't. Yeah, I'll let that happen, I guess. Fucking hell. He knows, though. He knows. That's fine. Fuck, I should have read chat, bro. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I let you guys down. I fucking didn't read chat. Yeah, you guys didn't tell me. Fuck, I should have looked up. Okay, so I need to get something. I need to get something to attach it to the thing so I can read this. Sake. Oh shit, no, but there's a program where I can have a chat on my as my overlay. The fuck is this, bro? What is this? This is ice barriers? What is happening here? I'm assuming he needs the grave. I'm assuming he needs the grave, right? I'm going to assume that. So, what the fuck just happened? Oh my god! I need to start reading more, bro. Oh, fucking hell! That is so dumb. Oh my god, I gotta start fucking reading. What the fuck is this? Oh my god, I need to start reading, bro. I need to start reading. Okay, so I'm negating that for sure. Mistake. If I win with all these mistakes, damn, dude. Wait, why can't I imperm this? Oh my god. What the fuck? What is this? Fucking ice barriers, god mode. Oh my god. Mistakes have been made. Ah, fucking hell. He's gonna take my SMSD, bro. This is honestly, off of pure tilt, I want to just scoop. I just want to leave right now. Oh my! All I need to do is read a freaking card. I just have to read this card. It's over. This is so fucking cooked, bro. This is so cooked. Shame scoop? I should shame scoop for sure. This is out of pure shame. I'm just gonna scoop. But I'm just hoping that he just times out. Cause no way, bro. No way. Cause there's no way he doesn't link my stuff away. He's gonna link away my damn SMSD. But luckily for us though, oh fuck. Okay. Okay, we're gonna gain that. But fuck. Again. Oh my god, what the fuck? I keep forgetting that shit's on the field and it does that. I scoop. Fuck it out. That was pathetic, bro. I'm not gonna lie. What the fuck even was that? What even was that, bro? Oh my god. Fuck, I'm leaving, bro. What the fuck? Icejade? Honestly, I feel like just stopping there, bro. Not gonna lie. I feel like stopping there. Out of pure shame, bro. Out of pure shame. What even was that, bro? Pure damn shame, buddy. Pure damn shame. Bro. This was not a clear mind moment, is correct. And I'm gonna ask the coin. Oh my god, what is this, bro? What is this? What even is this? What even is this, bro? We are fucking dead. We are fucking dead. Oh my god. Synchron unhindered? Fucking hell. We are so dead. I mean, we can draw. There's hope. And the only reason I'm gonna stick around is because we can draw into Dark Ruler. If we can draw into Dark Ruler, we're fine. So we'll just stick around and just let this guy do his thing. Fucking Quibble. Now, bro. What am I doing here? What am I doing here, bro? Hang on, beer back. I'm gonna go make some snack. barrel real quick. Fucking hell. Oh shit. Okay, so we can draw a droplet, right? We can draw a droplet, so we're kind of okay. That's better. I can see the chat better now. Wait, he plays wheel? No fucking way. Where's the wheel? Oh my god, he's right there. Oh my god. So we can draw a droplet, or we can draw into Dark Ruler, or we can draw thrust tactics as well. So let's see how he does this. Next thing you know, this can be viewed in a way like it can be clipped in a oh my fucking god. They're gonna be like, oh look, Synchron is playing a wheel. And it beat another Synchron player that doesn't play well. Wheel is the better variant. Yeah, it's like, bro, no, what the fuck are you talking about? No, that's how that works. I'm gonna get ripped for 5. All I need is this. As long as I can keep this and I draw into the Dark Ruler, I'm fine. I'm yet to see a Librarian, so that means she's not gonna draw into anything. Which is great for us. What the fuck is this? Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. The fuck is happening here? Rumble. Miller Monster. Is he gonna go 9? 9 into Trish? I can see it. Go 9 Trish. Pitch for Jet. Assuming, did he search for Jet? Go to Spatter. Spatter revive the Omega. That's rip for 3. That's the only thing I can think of. He goes 9 into Croc. Crimson will target the 9, which will give him a Trish, Scar to Jet, will spatter revive. That's because if this is it, he might have missed sequence, you know, unless he does a different route, which I don't know. Today did not go well, bro. Today just did not go well. Okay. Trish, this way. Okay, it's fine. I don't mind that. Damn, the Twister would looking pretty nice right now. Don't tell me he has another Trish. Get out, bro. I just want to see where this goes. Don't mind me. I just want to see where this goes. Of course. Even if I had a fucking hand trap, wouldn't matter. What even is that, bro? What the fuck is today? Today is such a rough start. No, we gotta change this, man. We gotta change this. Oh my god, we're about to D-rank. Oh my god, please don't D-rank. Bro, we've done 3 matches and we've lost all 3 of them. What the fuck? This is the worst we've done all week. Okay, well. Hopefully this is not going to be a D rank. That's what I hate about. Ugh! Why can't I chain block? It's so frustrating, bro. That's so annoying. Oh, I can't chain block. This is really annoying. Like, really annoying. So I'm forced to do this. I have to go for a Mega, standby phase, return my Stardust, and then rip, and hopefully Nib gets me there. All right, that's like that's the ideal scenario there. I'll set a bluff. Fuck, man, this is not looking good at all. Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of Synchron players like that, where they could do better, you know, but fine. Oh my god, it's fucking yummy. Okay, I'll just rip on res. I'm so dead. Okay, I got rid of the lollipop. Link Grebo into Cupsy. Okay. I have to hold on to this nib as much as I can, for as long as I can. Okay, I have to toggle off. Okay, copy. I'm just trying to think of when I can. Nah. I think when he drops those guys. He has reborn. I think he has 2 reborns here. Just field spell. Gonna reborn that. Adds a field spell. Right. That reborn. Just 2. Okay. I think on res I have to do it this way. That's game right here. Unless it goes Herald. Yeah.
What's this flying rock all about?
Oh my god, dude. Bro. This nib has to work. What the fucking T-Rank? It's gonna be so annoying. Come on, buddy. So he still has the surprise, right? He still has surprise, but I have Omega coming back. Oh, I should put it in attack mode. Spider. Surprise. He still has surprise. What's he gonna revive though? That adds back surprise. Fucking hell. It goes SP, maybe? I have follow up, right? Fuck. Okay. Okay, my nib's gone, so I can't pressure with Battle Phase on that guy. Surprise is there. Surprise can revive. But what does surprise do, right? Surprise. Ah, it just seems so hopeless. Oh, okay, not bad. Oh, shit. Never mind. Okay. I think I have to go battle. Force that. I think let's go battle. Force him to bounce. All right. Special my yummy. Okay, it revives that. Okay, so now continue the better step. No. Alright, so then what has to happen here is I have Stardust there. So Stardust, actually I'll need to turn on my thrust, I think. Turn on my thrust. But the backers are still there. That's my issue. The backers are still there. Right? No. I mean, I could steal possibly. He can Synchro whenever he wants. Have Stardust in there. I think it has to be Stardust. Stardust Summon. Stardust Summon. What does that get me? Stardust Summon gets me... No, but I can't summon that. It has to be... Summon this. No, Specialist, Threaten, Baron. Trust. Let's see what it... Oh, I think that's be... Yeah, I think it has to be that. I have Threaten Baron here. The slump is gone. Okay, fair enough. He draws the card. What's he gonna go here? Does he have Lollipop in rotation? I don't think so. Okay, that's gonna pop a card, I guess. Which is gonna be annoying because if he pops my back row, it's gonna be so frustrating. Okay, Cup C. That's gonna give Max the Lollipop. Pop the monster? I guess that's fine. I mean, if he's gonna die anyways, I guess I just rip. But then he just chains this guy. But he's gonna chain either way, right? Yeah, I'll just rip now. Might as well. Hopefully I can bait a back row too. If I hit a Lollipop. I'll discard a Lollipop. Oh, the issue here is Lollipop's gonna shuffle the deck. That's gonna give rid of my Stardust, though. The issue, though... Actually, let me think. Let me try this. Double Purge. What the fuck? That's great. Hang on. Bro, today has been awful. Today is freaking awful. Like, what the hell? And we deranked? What the fuck? Okay. Hang on, let me just, what even was up? Fucking hell, bro. What even was that, bro? No, you know what it was? Everything just got cooked when I wasn't reading. Because I didn't read, it just cooked me, right? The Perulia. Let's see. I'll discard this. Just draw one here. Really, it actually gives them a fair bit of cards. Going to grab. What are you doing, bro? One more draw here. I think it's fine. Come on, Chunk.
It's go time. I summon out the Junk Synchron Tuner Monster.
Man, today is awful, man. Today was just... It sucks cause... Oh my god. It sucks because the thumbnail was so cool. And the thumbnail came out pretty cool. So it's a shame that I'm not doing so great today. Alright.
Now with the power of Summon Speeder.
That's a shame. Yeah, we're going for it. We're going for it. We're going for it. Yeah, we're going for it. We're on tilt mode right now. We're on tilt. We're on tilt right now. So we're gonna go for it. I just have to make sure I get an immune TG. I don't want him to interact with my TG. So I think we go. But I don't want to go 5. No, the 8 there. Okay, I think we'll do that. Yeah, we'll go. Yeah, we'll go SD here. Only issue is that if he ashes this illumination, we can't do it. Well, we could still do it, but preferably. Oh, actually, I can do it here. It's fine. No, it has to be this. I have to make TG with this. If he fucking draws himself, that's gonna be so annoying.
I activate the spell card.
If he has nib, we can stop the nib if he changes the effective capacity. The point is, make it immune. Make it immune.
Spirit evolve,
teaching.
monsters now spread its wings.
So he won't go like, oh, I'll just impermanent, you know? We're trying to draw into thrust or slump here. His line card. By mana. Well, that's gonna be negated, that's for sure.
I activate the spell card.
Bistio. Okay, that's fine. I don't mind that. Bistio's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So now I know he can't imper me either. It's great. This is fine. So now it's just a matter of taking the draws here.
Stardust Dragon! Let's rev it up!
Okay. Yes. I'll add the Meister here. These are ineffective. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. But for sure, I need to have a Herald for when I pass to him, right? To stop the 5 mana. We'll do this here. We'll go. And then I have to deck in with this guy. I want to draw into the armor. So we'll go back. Why summon this? No, I don't summon that. Yes! Let's go. Okay. Now all I need to do is make sure I can. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. We got this. Okay, so I make a Baron. Oh, actually. Well, for sure, I need to make a Herald. For sure. Because Herald against Dracotail is insane. Do I care about this? Do I care about this? No, that's fine. Alright. I'll just convert this into a Herald here. But first, I think I have to do this. First, I have to mill for this, because otherwise I can't mill. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, fair enough. What the actual fuck? Okay, let's see. What can I dump with this? Oh, I have everything I need in the graveyard, so I don't need to dump anymore. So I think we just go Herald and Baron. I think that should be sufficient. And no. Yeah. Let's go Herald and Baron. I think that should be enough. actually, do I? No. What if I go Crimson there, Revive? No. Let's go Baron. Let's not overcomplicate this. Should be okay with this. Yeah. The question is what hand traps do you want to add, right? What hand traps do you want to play? Oh, that's nice. Okay, now we'll get slumped now. Okay, and now we do this. I will do the set now. So we have multiple ways to stop the Ash, right? So this is great. Okay. Finally, man! What the fuck? That's crazy. Fuck it out. Finally, bro. We're on a fucking losing streak. Okay. Let's do a few tweaks here. Let's just mess around with the non-engine. Okay. So obviously we can bump up the hand traps. But which hand traps do you want to play, right? That's kind of the thing. Right? What hand traps? I think the engine itself, like I think the engine is fine. It's just a non-engine. So I think whether we continue to play this, like we can cut this, right? Right? We could just like what hand traps do you what Perulia? You want Perulia? Probably bells. Wait, how many Perulias though? How many Perulias? We can come back on this because we can get thrust alongside this, right? That can be thrust targets. Bell. I mean, I could just max out this. I can max out like this. Right? Yo, what up, Nick? Mean cross out. One Veiler? What Veiler? Unless, but the thing about this is that this can come up. We can go into, because these are top decks, right? So it's a matter of, because I like droplets into Dracotail to bounce, right? Or maybe what I can do is I can go like this and max this instead, right? Like that. 'Cause I feel like this top decking into this or being able to draw this feels a lot better. The nib, I mean, it did help us, but I don't know, it feels like kind of weird. Any reboots? Any reboots? One nib? We can go one nib. What else can we play though? What else can we add? Gen X. If you're choosing between Gen X and Quasar, you'd go Gen X because it's easier to make, given that it needs a dark tuner, but still, it's still better. Yeah, we'll keep one nib. We'll keep one nib for the target. Yeah. What? Oh, hang on. No, I think we just need. I think our ish. Because top decking this isn't bad. That's the thing. Like, even if we don't draw into hand traps, we at least have something to like nullify the entire board, right? That's kind of what the theory behind this is. But I feel like we do need more hand traps to not solely rely on this. Okay, we'll do that. We'll whoop this up again. Let's try this. Let's try this. Let's see the bells and if we're bumping up the imperm will be sufficient. Try that. No, because you... No, because you want to draw either or, right? That's kind of the point. Because draw is pretty good in the sense that it's like Cold Brother for us. Because, oh, fuck. Because it can stop Maxi for us. You know what I mean? Like if they Maxi us... Shit. The issue with this is... Are these guys at one? Well, fuck. Okay. Well, I can't do anything to that. I just gotta stop the Ryzeal. That's frustrating. Yeah, this is where draw would be preferred here. If I had draw instead of the ash, that'd be so much better, but that's variance, right? So now this is why we bumped up the what's it called? The dark rulers, because at least we can top deck into it, right? But yeah, these seem very redundant at this point. This feels like such a waste. It's either they were just mediocre to begin with, or he just had the extender. Like, but like it's hard not to consider the fact that they will have the extender because it's like, you know. Get the dual drive. Sword. I mean, our hand's not horrible, right? We have extender, starter, extender. Well, fuck. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. That trap is gonna be a problem. Because spot remove was like one of our main concerns. Because we're resilient in a sense that we can keep our body, right? Because we can synchro and pivot. But destruction, that's different. Log in. Man, today was awful, man. I don't know what the fuck happened today. Today was just fucking a nightmare. I should have just not woken up today. Oh my god. We're just along for the ride, man. He discarded an imperm. That means his hand must be fucking busted. If he has max C as well, dude, no fucking way. The fuck is this? Dark Winter is good. I don't like Droplet and Hand Trap. No hand left. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, the K9 matchup as well. That's what I like. I think that's why I put it. But I guess we counter it with Bell. Bell and Ash are meant to counter, but then Ash isn't meant to be countering the Farmy and the Maxi. So the Bells, that's weird. Oh, okay, good. He discarded it. Very interesting. Estás en el horno. I'm getting cooked, bro. I'm getting cooked. Me están cocinando. What the fuck is that? When a spell trap card monster is activated while you control an XP monster, negate that implication, then you can detach the card. What the fuck? It is an Omni. On top, oh my god. Fuck, sick. Okay, I need. I mean, I'm not sure how good this is, but what's it making here? What the fuck is this guy? Your opponent's monsters cannot target monsters for attacks, but also your opponent cannot target other cards on the field with card effects. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect on the field, you can attach one of the cards you control. Oh my god, okay. Alright, how do I do this? Let's see. Okay, so let's lead with this. If he fucking trolls me, bro. Okay. Okay. That's fucked. That's so fucked. Oh no. Okay. So let me try something. This is all just basically like, okay, hopefully he doesn't interact here. That was situation. Okay. So that doesn't destroy, right? Okay. That does not destroy, which is great. Okay. So there's a chance. There's a chance here. But it's very slim, though. It's very slim. It is very slim. Plug in. What's that gonna do? Okay. Interesting. What is that gonna do? I think I'm fine, bro. Because why? Why am I fine? Add this. Fuck. I think it has to be this. Cause I'm gonna reborn his ash, right? I'm gonna reborn his ash. What am I playing around? What am I playing around? What am I playing around? It's gonna be. He already asked me? Did he already ask me? He already asked? Did he use the ash already? Fucking hell. What if he has fucking bell? Let's try. Let's try. We're going to try, bro. We're trying here. We're trying our best. That's all we can do, right? That's all we can do, our best. That's all we can do, try our best. If he has Ash, oh, he has Valor. What could he have, bro? What could he fucking have? Fuck, is it this into... Fuck it, let's just do it. Let's just do it. I'm overthinking it, bro. I'm overthinking it. Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have Valor. Yeah! Let's go! Oh my god, he didn't have it. Let's go, buddy. Fucking hell, he didn't have it. Bro, who doubted me, bro? Who doubted me? That Dark Ruler, bro. That Dark Ruler. Okay. Oh my god. We need... Okay, so I gotta cut the stream short. But that was pretty fun. Alright, let me just... Hey, bro. Sometimes you just gotta see the line. Because my theory was... As long as I mentioned, as long as they don't destroy your resource, you're fine. Because you can pivot. But when they destroy it, that's gonna be an issue, right? So our main concern was him taking control or popping a card, but he did everything prematurely. So that was kind of like our window, right? And when you're playing into a board, even though it might seem slim, you have to lean into those potential outcomes that might work in your favor, right? And that's what happened there, exactly, right? Yeah, but this one was gonna be the card that helped pivot, right? But luckily he didn't have imperm, so... Well, actually, we knew what that set was. He said, yeah, it was plugin. We knew that what that was. Yeah, so the only thing that would have stopped us would have been an Ash, but you used an Ash already. So I think we're fine. Yeah, we were fine. Yeah, exactly. That's the best thing you can do. If you feel like odds are against you, as long as there's a chance. I'm gonna get that Jim Carrey soundbite. So you're telling me there's a chance. Oh god. Anyways, that's gonna be it. Today was rough. We ended up on a high. It was pretty epic, you know. But nonetheless, I don't know. I'll work around this, and we'll see what this goes. But what's today? What is today? Today is what? Today's Wednesday for me. It's Wednesday for me. All right, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys for joining me. You guys have a good night, good evening, good morning, wherever you are, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'll try to be more early tomorrow. Just that waking up early is oof. Yeah. All right. You have a good night, and I'll catch you tomorrow. See you guys.